First part is the same as what we talked about in 1.4. So we're using the Don't Call Me After Midnight acronym. I'm going to write it down and then copy it down, please. All right, so this is what we talked about in 1.4. This is the way that we want to think about solving equations. If we check each of these things, then we should be able to solve an equation correctly. Moving on to example 1. First thing we check, can I distribute? I don't see any parentheses, so no. Next, I check, can I combine like terms? I don't see any like terms on each side separately, so no. Now we check, do I need to move my variables to one side? Because we do not like it when we have variables on both sides. And the answer to this one today is yes. So first step, move variables to one side. To do that, since we're moving something to the other side, we always have to do the inverse, or the opposite. So if I want to move this negative 10k, I have to do the opposite to it and add 10k to both sides. Okay, so on the next line down, we'll put that our new equation is 20k plus 7 equals negative 3. These ones are gone because we canceled them out. Now we just have to add or subtract. And we are going to subtract because we have a plus 7, so to get rid of it, do the opposite and subtract minus 7. Okay, next line down, 20k equals negative 10. Last step, multiply or divide. I don't know if you can hear Mr. Law's country music next door right now, but he is a jamming out. Okay, so we subtracted here, and because I have multiplication, we're going to divide. So divide by 20 on both sides because we're getting k by itself. When I do that, I get k equals, now it's going to be negative 10 divided by 20, which gets you a negative 0.5, I think, if you put it in your calculator. But we want to simplify this. So I could divide both of these by 10, which gets me actually a better answer as negative 1/2. And remember, I don't really want your answer as decimals. I would rather you leave it as a fraction. Example 2, we're going to do every single step on this one. So first we will check for distribution. I have it because I see those parentheses. So step 1 is to distribute. Okay, let's do that. 2 times x, 2x. 2 times 4 is 8. And then minus 5. Bring down the other side. Step 2, can you combine like terms? You can. We have like terms right there that will combine. Okay, if we combine those, we get 2x plus 3. And then we didn't do anything on the right, so again, bring it down. You're rewriting your equation over and over as many times as it takes you to get this solved. Next, do I need to move my variables to one side? Well, yes, you do, because you have variables on both sides. So move variables to one side. It doesn't matter which one you take away, whatever you prefer. I'm going to take away this negative 6, this 6x, so I'll have to subtract it to take it away because it's positive. These cancel out. On the next line down, I have negative 4x plus 3 equals 15. Next in our little thing says to add or subtract. We are going to subtract 3 because it's being added right now. So we will subtract. Those cancel out. And we get negative 4x equals 12. Last step, multiply or divide. I have x being multiplied by negative 4, so we are going to have to divide it to get rid of it. And our final answer is x equals negative 3. So we just divided. On this last one on your notes, we want to be really careful because depending on how we move our variables, we could get ourselves into a sticky situation. So don't call me after midnight. D, can you distribute? No. C, can you combine like terms? No, because these two are on different sides. M, should you move your variables to one side? Yes, because you have variables on both sides. This is a part I asked you about in your pair deck. It would be probably a bad idea to take away this 9x, because then if you take it away and move it over here, you have nothing left. And it's pretty tricky to solve that way. So make sure you do not take away the 9x. You want to take away 4x. By adding it, do the opposite. So that way we get 10 equals negative 5x. And that's something we know how to solve. We divide by negative 5. Because it's being multiplied, then we get negative 2 equals x. And you're done.